Guys, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's Kayla's birth story, part one. So tune in as I quiz her about all things home birth and buckle up. Here we go.
Welcome back and happy Tuesday, turkeys.
How long have we known each other? We've known each other for 2 decades.
I am not apologizing for who I am or what I like or the people that I love.
How do I be a wife? How do I be a mom? And how do I be myself in all of that? You didn't see that coming, did you?
Guys, we've been saving a special edition of Kayla's birth story.
Hence the baby. Just kidding. He's been in some videos previously.
Yeah, have you seen his ear? For his grunts.
A slight cheek situation.
Anyway, we are here in real life, and Kayla's going to tell us all about her birth.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is so fun because we didn't really talk about the birth too much.
No, we haven't talked about it at all, except that
Really?
it was positive.
Okay. Well, just a little backstory. My birth with my first, I wanted a home birth, as you know. And I didn't get a home birth because I had to go to the hospital because we were early and it was a whole thing. I don't like to use the word traumatic, but it was shocking. And so it wasn't like the best. It wasn't the worst. Anyway, so this one, with our second, I feel like I was way more prepared. I knew I needed to wait. I needed to get to at least 36 weeks pregnant to be able to have a home birth in Texas. So long story short, I'll jump into it because I don't know how long this is going to take. But I was praying that I wouldn't go into labor with my water breaking because that's how it happened with my first.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like, oh God, this is too much. So I wanted to like come in with contractions. Or do you know
because normal or general, you like have contractions build to a point and then your water breaks?
Everyone's so different. Like some people just go to bed and wake up and their water breaks and then labor starts. Other people like have contractions and then their water breaks. Some people, their water never breaks and their baby is born in call, like in the amniotic sac. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's rare. But do you know what a mucus plug is?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was like,
well, maybe tell the folks.
Optimal, ideal situation would be I lose my mucus plug first, which is like what it kind of sounds like. It's kind of plugging the opening and it's mucusy and it's, some people call it a bloody show, not to be TMI, but it's a little bloody and a little mucusy, right? So
how big is it?
Well, it came out in a couple different times.
Oh, so it's not
like an actual cork. Yeah. That would be weird. Okay. So yeah, it's just like, it's almost like discharge, but it's bloody and mucusy.
But more intense.
Yes. Okay. So it was Friday, the 17th of October. And, I was like not feeling good. I wasn't having contractions, but something in me was like, something feels weird. My stomach is off. I just don't feel right. And so Kenny was like, we should go get lunch together as like maybe a last hurrah because he got off work early. I was like, well, that sounds great. So I was like, let me go to the bathroom first. So it was 2:00-ish and I went to the bathroom and I wiped and looked down at the toilet because I wiped first. And I was like, oh, there's a little bit of redness on here.
Yeah.
And I looked down and I thought, oh, I think this is my mucus plug. Oh. And then I got really excited and then I was trying not to freak out. Because the week before we had a little bit of like a false alarm where I thought my water broke, but it was actually just a left discharge.
Oh.
When I was driving, but because I couldn't tell and I was sitting in it. Oh. And I was like, is this a slow leak? Like I had to drive all the way home and I was like, surely when I get up out of the car, it's going to be whoosh. But it wasn't. So now in my head, I'm like, is this actually the thing? Let's not get excited. But also I feel like this is the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So regardless, we go to lunch. It was so sweet and special. But I'm like not doing great at the restaurant. Like I'm not doing bad.
Yeah.
But something just feels really weird.
Yeah.
And I go to the bathroom again and there's more at the toilet. So I'm texting my midwife like, hey, by the way, she's seen it all. So she's like, send me pictures.
Yeah.
So I'm sending her pictures and she's like, okay, well just rest up and keep me updated, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. So by this time it's 3:00-ish.
And you are already past 36 weeks.
Yes. Thank you for, yes. I'm 37 weeks and 5 days.
Okay.
And my goal is to make it to 38 weeks. So I'm really close.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're already over the home line.
Exactly. So we're on our way home and I feel like I'm pretty in tune with my body.
Yeah.
And so I'm noticing these slight waves of stomach cramps.
Yeah.
And I start timing them because I'm curious. And they were contractions, the start of them. And so by the time we get home, it's probably around, I have notes on my phone, just
Oh, I
FYI
was
that I
gonna
keep
say,
looking.
were you taking notes in real time?
Pretty much yes, but I also have a lot of text messages to like date stamped, timestamp.
Oh,
Because I was texting
okay.
my midwife like, hey, my mucus plug here, so I knew what time it was.
That's so helpful.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I did the app that tracks your contractions also gives you the time. So I started tracking my contractions at 3:17. Oh, once we got home. And then an hour later, because we were sitting there on the couch, like, what should we do? Because if it's at
Yeah.
home, like if it is the real deal, we kind of have to start getting stuff ready.
Oh,
But we also didn't want to freak out too much and like stay calm. So we kind of just hung out for an hour
yeah.
and we were just like on edge a little bit. So anyway, an hour later, I texted my mom. I was like, I think I'm going into labor. Can you come get my first, our toddler?
Yeah. So where was he was in daycare?
He was at daycare.
Did you guys go get him after lunch?
We hadn't gotten him yet, but we got some stuff ready and then Kenny picked him up a little early so I could
Oh,
spend a
yeah.
little bit of time with him before my mom took him.
Okay,
So I wanted to
okay.
have like a moment with him and be like, hey, buddy, this is our last like one-on-one time, you
Yeah.
know? So yeah, at that point, my contractions were 9 minutes apart, which is fair. My midwife specifically told me your second could be a lot different than your first, and
Yeah.
it doesn't go in a specific order. So if you're having a contraction at like 7, then 4 minutes, then 6 minutes, then 5, then 7, like that's still plenty. Like you need to tell me I need to come. So I was like, okay. But they were consistently 9. So I was like, I think I'm
Okay.
still fine. And at this point, I'm just like breathing through them. Like they're coming. It's like really bad cramps.
Yeah.
And you can feel it and you're just like, oh, just relax. So that's that's what was happening. And then I'm like, we need food for them. So I'm on my phone ordering Chick-fil-A catering because I didn't know how long they're going to be there. They say like you should have food for the midwives and your doula because if they're there for a long time, like they don't want to be exhausted and not have food. So I pulled out some muffins. I was like ordering Chick-fil-A and Kenny was starting to get stuff ready and it was just really funny. Anyway, so around what time it was, my mom got there probably around like 5:30, 5:40. But the funny thing, Cam, my husband's brother, also came to the house to drop Bentley off.
Your dog.
Yeah. So
Wait, why was he dropping him off?
because he had him for a week because they were having a little play date with his dog. So my brother-in-law and my mom are in my house while I'm laboring. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, but honestly, it was kind of nice. It took my, like,
a little bit of a distraction.
yes. And they weren't too bad yet. And so I was just kind of sitting there, like, still breathing through them, but they're getting it to the point where I'm kind of needing to focus.
Yeah.
Like, Kaden was running around too, my toddler, and it was getting, I was like, people should probably start, like, getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
And I was trying to have a moment with Kaden, and he was not having it because he was just way too excited. We got a little moment. I got a hug. I talked to him for a little bit. So anyway, and then they left at around 7:30, and that's when things started getting, like, that's when they got a little more intense. So I felt the instinctual need to go into a quiet place. So I just went into our bedroom with the lights off. I turned on one of those like fall ambience things on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like on the ball, like the yoga ball situation, like kind of leaned over onto the bed. And I labored there for a long time while Kenny got the tub set up in the shower.
What point would you be at a hospital if you had done a hospital birth? I don't know if you know this.
By then, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like once it got that intense, we would probably either be on our way or already there.
Okay.
I feel like most people would.
Okay.
So
it would be hard for me to relax and get in a zone in a hospital.
For
That's just what
sure.
I'm imagining.
And also even the travel time.
Yeah.
Even if you're going somewhere else or if you're going to a birth center, the transitional period from like being in a car and laboring, I've heard it's awful. Haven't never done that before, but so yeah, I was in our bedroom and Kenny was out doing whatever, getting the birth tub which, by the way, the birth tub was like more oval, and somehow perfectly fit in our shower.
Oh, so nice.
So we didn't have to worry about finding a hose adapter or how to connect it, how to fill it up with hot water, how to keep it hot. Like it was legit magical because the shower heads are right above it.
Yeah.
So that was a big blessing because we didn't have to worry about that. So he was getting everything set up. And I think he went out to pick up fruit and waters and stuff from HEB, from our grocery store. Because again, we're trying to be like hosts with our doula and midwife.
So this is similar to your first birth when your water broke and you still wanted to make sure Kenny got his dinner.
It was his birthday. And I was like, I'm going to go pick up barbecue. I know, it's crazy, right? So,
by the way, I told Jason that story. And obviously, like, you're just delusional in that moment, sort of, and freaking out. And it was your first, but Jason was like, Kayla thought Kenny would be mad that the birth of his first son was going to ruin his birthday. And I was like, yeah, we all know that. Obviously, that wouldn't be the case. He was like, that's bananas.
I also was definitely delusional because on the way to pick up the food, we had a whole plan of picking up barbecue, watching the playoffs.
Yeah.
And in my head, I hadn't talked to my midwife yet. I had texted her. And in my head, I'm like, oh, maybe I have to go to the hospital. They'll just like keep me on bed rest. And then like we'll go through the weeks. So she called me and she's like, no, you need to pack a hospital bag. And I'm like, what do you mean a hospital bag? She's like a hospital bag. I'm like, I'm still not tracking. She's like, you're not leaving the hospital until you have a baby. And I'm like, what? Anyway, so that was funny.
Sorry, side tangent, but that is one of my favorite parts from your first story.
Well, and also I was like blacked out walking into the place to pick up the order. I was leaking water. I wonder what they thought when I walked in. I hope I didn't like leave drips on the floor. Anyway, oh my gosh. So this was a lot better. I was home. We could stay home.
Kenny there was still some delusion involved.
Oh, for sure. 100%. But it was nice because the delusion was a distractional delusion where we were like prepping for people and not focusing on, oh God, this is going to be a ride. So Kenny had stepped out for just maybe 10, 15 minutes and everything hadn't been painful. Honestly, nothing was painful except this one moment where I'm sitting on the ball and I have such a harsh or intense contraction that is like sharp pain. And I literally jumped up. I was like, ah. And I ended up kind of folding over onto the bed. Like my legs are still on the floor and I'm like hunched over the bed. And at that point, that's how I'm laboring until he gets home. It was just that one contraction though that was painful. Everything else I was just like breathing through. But it sounds so weird. But because I didn't have any medication, I was just raw dogging it. That's the only way I can describe it. I literally, with the contractions, there's like a peak. It comes and it peaks and then it drops down. It is the weirdest thing to explain, but I could feel my cervix opening.
Oh.
Like I could feel I'm assuming that's what was happening.
Yeah.
Because when you get like a pap or something, like there's sensations there and you can feel stuff, but you just normally don't when you're just sitting here talking.
Yeah.
But when you're opening up, because I was trying to be so relaxed and just like let my pelvic floor be relaxed. I did a lot of pelvic floor therapy during pregnancy this time versus last time I did it postpartum.
Yeah.
So huge tip if you're pregnant, I would highly suggest pelvic floor therapy. Because that made a big difference. So that was weird. But then I was like, oh, I think I'm making progress. Yeah. I can like literally feel, it was crazy. And Kenny gets home and all of a sudden, it's probably, at this point I've texted my doula. I'm like, hey, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Maybe can you start working your way here because she's like an hour away. And, so also, by the way, funny story. Right before I start hunching over, no. It was actually during the hunching over part. I'm sitting there looking through our maternity photos, trying to figure out which ones to post because I wanted to post our maternity photos before the baby got there. So I'm literally in active labor at this point. It's not early labor. I'm in active labor on Instagram in between contractions. It probably took me 30 minutes to make a post because I like couldn't, when a wave is coming, you drop your phone and you're immediately like immersed in it and you have to focus. And then I'm like, caption. Oh my God. Anyway, it's so funny because it's very vain of me, but I'm like, I want my maternity photos out before the baby photos are out. You know what I mean?
You could have had him posted the maternity photos and waited an hour.
It was the principle of the matter. It was so that was great. Okay, so then, yeah. So let's see. Where did I throw up?
Oh,
It was
that's like usually a sign that you're entering active labor, right?
yes. So right after I posted that, basically, it was probably around 8:30, and Kenny was in the bedroom, and I was like, oh, I feel sick all of a sudden. I feel like it happened really fast, but somehow he had time to run all the way across the house to grab a trash can and come all the way back.
Oh, good job.
And it was perfect timing because literally as soon as I saw the trash can, I on my hands and knees,
Yeah.
aggressively, and that vomiting feeling pushed and my water broke.
Oh.
So I'm sitting on our bedroom floor. I got the throw up in the trash can, but now I am soaked and the floor is soaked because my water broke. It wasn't terrible.
I would rather clean up water break than vomit.
100%. 100%. So at this point now my leggings are soaked with water and I'm like, I don't feel good. Like, I think I need to get in the shower. In my
Yeah.
head, I'm like, this is too early to get in the shower. But
Yeah.
in my body is like, you need a new thing. You need some water on you.
Yeah.
So I missed a step. Right before my throw up, I had called June because we were texting.
Is she your midwife?
Yes.
Okay.
June is my midwife, and my doula was already on her way. But the doula usually gets there first for emotional support, and the midwife isn't going to be there until it's a little bit closer time to give birth. But they're usually there for like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. Like it just depends on the progression of labor. So June calls me and she listens to a contraction. She listens to me have a contraction on the phone. And she's like, call me back in like 5. And I call her back and she listens to another one. And she's like, I'm on my way. And in my head, I'm like, I'm still good. This is before I threw up. I was like, I'm still good, but like maybe she knows something I don't know. Thank God. She knows. They're like so intuitive.
I know.
And they do this
it's
forever.
So interesting just listening
She's
to your breathing.
Mhm.
I guess just the intensity of it.
Mhm.
So interesting.
She is technically considered like an elder midwife because of how long she's been doing it. Very fascinating. That's a whole other like scenario and topic. I feel like they're connected in a different way than some of us are. Do you know what I mean? Like spiritually.
If you're a midwife and you want to talk to me, I would love to interview you because it's so interesting.
It's so interesting. Anyway, so she's like, I'm on my way. I'm like, okay, that's great, I guess.
Yeah.
I hope she's not here for 6 hours and I'm just chilling and I'm stalling. So, and when I say stalling, I mean like my body has stalled out.
Yeah.
So then I throw up.
Then in your mind, are you like, it's getting real dog, or do you still not?
No, at that point I'm like, oh, I kind of hope they get here kind of soon.
Yeah.
So it was perfect. It was just literally perfect timing. I'm just looking. Okay, so at this point, my contractions are down to like 5 minutes. 9:52 p.m. was when my water broke and I threw up.
Oh.
So 7:30, my mom and Cam were here.
Yeah. Basically 9:30. Like
8:30 it gets more intense. I get an hour of like pretty intense hibernation, laboring situations, and then 9:52 I throw up. And I'm like almost in transition.
Oh my gosh.
crazy.
That's when you start pushing. Wait, is barf usually before you like right before you start to push?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But spoiler alert, I threw up again. So this wasn't true pushing transition, but this was just like
we're close.
I think I just needed to like break a little bit of water to get him maybe down a little bit. And so that's why I felt so intense. So at that point, Kenny starts running the water in the shower. In the last birth I had back pain because Caden was flipped sunny side up.
Yeah.
So his spine was wrecking down my spine on the way down. So I was expecting the water on my back to feel really good.
Yeah.
And I could not stand. It's probably because he's so low. So in my head, I'm like, I cannot stand. Like, I have to sit in the tub already? Again, I don't know. In my head, I just thought it was too early.
Well, remind everyone how long you labored in your first birth.
Well, from my water breaking to my baby being born, it was 36 hours.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane. So I understand why after 2 hours, you were like, surely we have at least 8 more hours.
Right. Okay. So again, thankfully our tub fits perfectly. Kenny basically just slides it over to be directly under the luckily we have 2 water shower spigot things. So I sit in the tub and we're filling up the water as it's hitting me in the tub. It was
Yeah.
legit perfect. But I cannot get comfortable now because I'm like really in it. And I'm twisting and turning, and all of a sudden I hear my doula. And I'm like, oh my God, she's here. Thank God. Kenny was like literally the best.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
need you need that other person. I mean, we hired her for a reason. She's there to support me and, get a hot or cold washcloth and just like all the
Yeah.
things. And I was just relieved that someone else was there that I felt like was supporting us. Because she's not there for me. She's there for Kenny too.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, she gets there at 10:02. Okay. So my water breaks. I throw up at 9:52. She gets there 10 minutes later. Crazy.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was like, oh man, this is getting intense. And then as I was laboring in the tub, I just don't feel comfortable, like I said. Around the same time that my midwife shows up, I get the another urge to throw up.
Oh, okay.
Which is at 10:15.
Oh, wow.
So my midwife got there about 15 minutes after my doula. And again, I was so relieved because at that point, again, I was like, this feels intense.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was thinking, if this goes for a lot longer, I don't think I can do this. And that's like code word for you're about to transition and be pushing.
Yeah.
Like everyone says when you say, I can't do this anymore, I feel like I'm going to die, is when you're about to like meet your baby.
Yeah.
So that's kind of exciting, but you don't think about that in the moment.
Yeah.
So, because again, in my head, everything's too early.
Yeah.
So I'm in the tub. I'm on my back and my butt. I get the urge to throw up again. So I quickly, somehow my body puts me back on my hands and knees and I throw up outside the tub because I was like, please don't throw up in the tub because then I'm going to have to get out of the tub. We're going to have to empty the tub.
Yeah.
So bad. So thank God I threw up out of the tub into a little bucket thing. And then I stayed there the whole time. I stayed there the rest of the time.
Yeah.
I could not move. And luckily the way he was coming down, it worked perfectly because sometimes you have to change positions and it was great. But it was funny because Kenny was like, I'm over the tub and Kenny's sitting here. Like I can see his feet and my doula is sitting on to the left of him, to my right. I can see her feet. I could have looked up and looked at their faces, but I'm head down looking at my shower floor. And
Are you on your hands and knees?
Yes.
In the tub fully?
Yes.
Okay.
Luckily, there's like a little liner in the bottom of the tub with air that protected my knees.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I probably wouldn't have noticed at that point. But yes, my knees and my lower half is in the water.
Okay.
My
How high is it? Like a foot or two? Like how deep is the tub?
It's probably 2.5 feet.
Okay.
When I was...
Is it inflatable?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's inflatable. You inflate different sections of it and then you fill it up. I think when I was leaning over it, I was kind of probably pushing it down slightly.
Okay.
But for the most part, my knee to like back shoulder ratio was kind of perfectly over the tub.
Okay.
I remember, well, I'll get there. Okay. So the comforting thing I was doing was I was grabbing Kenny's ankle and I was grabbing my doula's ankle.
Oh, that's so funny.
And that's how I got through.
Were they sitting on their butts?
Kenny was sitting on like a little stool.
Okay.
Like a little stool that we got for a toddler. And then we have the little triangle seat in the corners of the shower. So I think one of them was sitting there.
Okay.
Later on, my doula gets on the shower floor, and I'll tell you what happens there. Anyway, I'm literally grabbing onto their ankles, and that's all I need. I just need some ankle support. I'm literally holding onto their ankles. I don't feel like I was squeezing too hard, but just holding them was grounding.
Yeah. So
funny. Because in my head, I'm like, this is weird, but I don't care. And I don't think they care. So I'm just going to keep doing it. Okay. So my midwife is there at this point. So it's around 10:15-ish, maybe 10:20. She told me later that my contractions kind of stalled.
Oh.
Which I didn't really realize in the moment. But I guess when that happens, it's a sign that you're about to start pushing. Because it's like your body resting for a second to like really kick up.
Interesting.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I did not notice, but she did. And the other really cool thing was once I got in the shower, I had this app that I was listening to. It's called Christian Hypnobirthing. and I had asked Kenny to grab my phone and put it on because it was basically almost like a meditation or affirmations of like really calming music, a more Christian based affirmation situation, like God has made you strong, you're gonna push your baby out perfectly, like
Okay.
this is meant to be, you are like strong, it's like all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
which was incredibly helpful and so emotional, and it almost felt, I know this sounds really corny and woo woo, but like once everyone was there and we had that playing, people say like you get closer to the veil of life.
Oh,
It felt
yeah.
like super spiritual in that,
Yeah.
like in such a positive way, because we're so close to like bringing this baby earth side,
Yeah.
listening to these affirmations with like just the peace and calm environment of my home instead of a hospital.
Mhm.
Again, no offense to hospitals. Like if that's where people are comfortable birthing, then that is what they need and that's perfect. I just didn't want that setup. So it was just like, it was so hard, but it was so beautiful at the same time.
Mhm.
So it was so motivating. And in between contractions, I remember repeating what she was saying, almost
Mhm.
like on autopilot. I don't really even remember doing it.
Yeah.
But as I said it, it was like I was the third person. I was repeating it. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Like, I am strong. In third person, I'm like, oh, yeah, you are strong. Like, yes, you could do this.
Yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
so
Yeah.
crazy, like almost like an out of a body experience.
Mhm.
So A+ for that app. It was magical. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm
Okay,
enthralled.
I love it.
I'm in it.
Okay, so we're like getting through it, everything, Lulu, and it was like in a good way, He wasn't really sure if this was active labor yet because apparently I was pretty calm throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Inwardly, I can feel what's going on.
Yeah.
But internally, I'm also questioning how far I am because I got no checks.
Yeah.
So, like with my first birth, you can have cervical checks, which is really common in the hospital setting where they want to check to see how far you're progressing, like how
Well, and
far
your
are you.
water broke early, so
Correct.
like that starts a timer.
Yes. Yes. You basically have 24 hours until you need some sort of assistance with like Pitocin or a
Mhm.
C-section or just something because of risk of infection. So, okay, memories.
Merp. We interrupt this program to tell you that sorry, you're gonna have to come back next week. This was part 1 of 2, and part 2 of 2 will be next week, so we will see you next Tuesday.